Hey everyone, it's Crystal Neath, your intuitive tarot reader, and I am here with your March 31st, 2019 daily tarot reading for Sunday, of course. And as always, I will get straight into the message. And today we have the Sun card, which is Leo energy. We have the Two of Cups, represented by the Gemini energy. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. And I did pull a clarifying card for the Five of Pentacles just because I was curious, and the card I received was the Page of Cups in reverse. So I'll go ahead and get started. The Sun card is, for one, a beautiful day, a beautiful card to have on Sunday because it generates the energy of the sun, of Leo, of expressive energy, happiness, light, abundance, just anything that you can think of that makes you smile, that makes you feel free, that puts you in a position of not holding back. One thing that Leo energy or the sun energy teaches us is to be us and let our personality shine through. It's not our problem if, now, of course, if you're rude and arrogant and treat people like they're beneath you, of course, you know, we all have to check ourselves from time to time. But if you've checked yourself and you're at a place to where you're living from your truth, you're living from your heart center, because that is the epitome of Leo. It's this energy of living from your heart center and really loving people on a really on a deep level of feeling where they're coming from. So the Sun card is saying, be you, be expressive unapologetically. If individuals have an issue with your personality, it sounds like a personal problem. A lot of the times when people pick apart other individuals' personality type, and it's not that they're rude, and it's just that they're, you know, for whatever reason, that's their personality. Once again, it shows a lack of self-confidence within that individual who's offended by that person's personality. Now, granted, if that individual is being obnoxious or anything like that, then you know, of course, when you're living from your heart center, you're going to remove yourself from that situation. But ultimately, the Sun card is beautiful. It's all about children and life, happy moments, the reason why we live. So this is an amazing card that shines light over the entire reading. Now, the next card we have is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups, as you can see, are two young people giving their love to one another. And once again, I didn't realize that lion was up there also. So this is heavy Leo energy today, you all. So once again, even though the Two of Cups is a water card, okay, and it's all about a union, merging the masculine and the feminine, learning how to connect with someone who is a soulmate. This is beautiful energy of meeting someone today, because the Two of Cups says that whoever this individual is, they will want to give to you what you are giving to them. You know, and a lot of the times we don't find relationships where things are very equal. You know, and this is a situation to where it is. Now, of course, a few things on this card kind of stand out. And that's why the Two of Cups is not the Lover's card. Yes, it's a beautiful card in general, but sometimes it's the small things we don't pay attention to. So I'm going to explain this in another sense. Still watch it, because as you see this woman, she has both feet in, both of her hands are on the cup. She's giving it to this young man, versus him, he kind of has one foot out, reaching towards hers, but yet still holding his. It does kind of make you feel like, I guess if you read a little deeper into this card, maybe that's why the Two of Cups isn't the Lover's card, which is like marriage. The Lover's card is marriage. The Two of Cups to me always makes me think of a high school love affair or a soulmate energy. But as we know, just because someone is your soulmate, it does not mean they are the lover of your soul. Today, it gives me a very positive energy, because the Sun card is right next to it, where it's saying, yes, love, come from a place of giving exactly what you want. You have to, if you want a partner who is funny and makes you laugh and who's understanding, Be that partner that you want. I think so many times some of us come from a place of sorrow and misery, and then we expect to have this jovial person pop up in our lives, and that's just not really how it works most of the time, because we need to be the individual that we ultimately want to be with or become. We need to have those qualities. Of course, none of us are going to be just alike, but it's saying, if you want someone happy who makes you laugh, be that individual to make others laugh and to make them laugh, and you'll bring about that energy even more. Now, of course, as I was saying with his body language, make sure that if you are making long-term agreements in a love relationship today, just really watch all the fine detail to make sure that this person is really ready to commit at a full level that you are. Okay. Now let's get into the last card that we have in the lineup before I explain the clarifying card that I pulled for, which was the Page of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Coins is nothing like this other message of light, fun, sunflowers, a naked baby, riding a horse, living life. The Five of Pentacles is when you're really down on your luck. As you see, these people are out in the cold. It's winter time. They're without. They don't have a lot of money. Their clothes are falling off because they're so they don't have it. They don't have anything. But one thing that they do have is each other. And it does ring a lot about partnership today, even with these two people that are hanging in there with each other no matter what. It does give me a feeling of we're never truly alone. Even when we think, oh my God, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, you're never truly alone. And that's really the message that it's giving me also. And it's giving me a message of reevaluate your partnerships. If you're in a partnership to where money is always, seeming to disappear, you all can never get ahead, you all are both feeling like it's very, like life is very, it's not showing pity on you, it's always a struggle, then you have to evaluate where are your emotions, because I pulled a clarifier card for the Five of Pentacles. Of course, technically speaking, yeah, watch the finances, okay, but at the same time, you have to realize too, you can't be living from your heart center and your sun center and a place of love and light and happiness, and you constantly find yourself dealing with friends, romantic partnerships that are always lacking. Always. Every time you talk to them, they're miserable. Every time you see, it's just always something negative. And the perspective that they look at it is always not having. And I think it's because when you find, and don't feel bad, we all have times to where we feel left out in the cold and we feel like, why me, and why is my life so horrible? But ultimately it gets right back to this energy of the Page of Cups in reverse. You have to check your emotional well-being. How are you emotionally looking at things when they happen to you? Of course, like I always say, you have to cry out a situation sometimes. Life can be very stressful and it can hit hard sometimes. But get that emotional well-being at a certain point back to where it should be so that you can start manifesting more positive outcomes and also changing your thought process, because it starts with an emotion. That emotion generates a thought, and then boom, or vice versa. It normally goes one way or the other. But once again, you have to get back to this place of, am I dealing with people who are emotionally draining? Am I dealing with individuals who constantly have the same sad story and they're not doing anything to fix it? That is what you have to ask yourself, because if you constantly feel drained, if people are always asking for something, needing you for something, and when it comes time for you needing them, they're, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or can't ever be there for you. Well, you need to reevaluate how much you're loving yourself with the Sun card. And also, who are you allowing to keep coming in that is emotionally draining you, okay? Now, for the most part, I think this is a very, very beautiful energy. It also gives me a feeling that sometimes what is going on the outside and what reflects in your bank account does not always reflect your reality of how you can look at life. You might have $5 in the bank, but when you have someone who loves you, and you have children who love you, and you have family members who love you, and when you love yourself, more importantly, life can just become a lot easier and a lot brighter when you focus on what you have versus what you don't have. Okay, really what I'm saying overall. So I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday. I hope you're able to get out with your children, family members, spend some time even alone if that's something that sounds good to you. And of course, as always, I will see you tomorrow.